and creators from around the globe. Welcome to Hither and Yon Studio. And if you've been here before, welcome back. DJ here in the studio today with a very special surprise. I'm doing a special collab with Antonio from Antonio Makes. And a couple of weeks ago, Antonio reached out to me to ask me if I was interested in doing a fun little collab between our channels. So I was super excited. Of course I said yes. Of course, I have followed Antonio for a while, and I was super excited to see the email, and yes. So we are doing a collab today. We're both releasing our videos today. So watch this one and then go over and watch Antonio's. The links will be down below. We swapped papers and then we're creating with each other's papers. And I thought that was so much fun because we can exchange ideas and show off our creativity and just get to play with some fun papers, which I'm excited to show you. So Antonio has a series called Antonio and Amigos, and they feature different artists, different channels, and I think that's just a fun way for all of us to kind of share our creativity. So I am super excited to be part of that project. And okay, so I'll show you Antonio's website. I didn't bring anything that had his website name on it, but all the links are below in the link tree down there, and I'll also link over to Antonio's video so you can kind of check that out after this one. But I'm going to put in a little video here of me going through the website so you can kind of see some of the papers that are on there, which are all, one's yummier than the next. So I definitely hope you'll go over there and show some love and grab some goodies, because there is so much to look at, and it's just really my style also, like just a lot of the stuff I love. So let's look at the papers that Antonio sent me, and then we'll jump into the project. So here is the first set. It's called the Sweet Garden. And of course, I picked this one because of the birdies and the butterflies and the flowers. There's birdies everywhere. I'm so excited. So here is one, and here is another one. Each one's prettier than the next. I just love this color palette, and I love the florals. Absolutely gorgeous. And of course, I love the birds. Look at that. Oh, I can't wait to work with these. They are gorgeous. I love the birds. So many birds. And these are A4, but they print fine on my letter size paper. I just have to trim them a bit, which I haven't done yet because I just wanted to kind of show them off. I was so excited. These are some tags that come with this kit as well. I just put some book page on the back, and I'm going to end up gessoing over this when I cut these out, which we may or may not do in this one, but there will be a part 2 if we don't finish this. And then it also comes with this fun gift box that you can cut out and fold up and put together. And this is shown off over on Antonio's channel, so you can check that out and find that video. But that's set 1. That is the Sweet Garden. And then as a surprise, I also received a vintage collage. And oh my goodness, this is so my jam. I love this set. This one I think we're definitely using today. Actually, we'll probably use a lot of this today. These are great base papers, and they work really well, probably with a lot of different stuff, just because they're very neutral, and collage goes with most everything. And then this one definitely matches as far as the florals in this one. So those are the papers. Excited. I'm gonna put these over here, and then we're gonna work on a file folder folio. A file folder folio. And I'm going to use some of these recycled file folders. These are US size. Mine are approximately, let's see, how big? About 11 5/8 across. So yours might be a little different, but I'm going to use 2 that have the tab. But we're going to end up cutting a portion of this off. And so I wouldn't fret too much about where your tab is at this point. The first step in this is we're going to cut these in half. So whatever half of yours is, you want to find that center and we're going to cut them each in half. Now mine is 5 7/8. So I am going to line it up here on my trimmer, and we are going to wait, is that right? Yeah, 5 7/8. Okay, let's do it this way. Right there. That should be the center. Okay, yep, they match. Thank goodness I have more of these in case I measure wrong, which we know is a very likely thing. And 2. Okay, so now we have these. Okay, so we have 2 of these and 2 of the other side. Now yours may be a little different, like mine go down, but that's what I had, that's what I want to use. So if they're a little different or they're squared off, not a big deal. It's no big deal. And now the 2 with the tabs, we're gonna turn this way and we're gonna cut from 8 inches in. So we're actually gonna be cutting off this tab. That's why I said it really wasn't important where it was. If your tab's on the other side, you can cut off that side. So I'm gonna line this up to 8 inches. Oop, come on. And cut this one. Okay. And this one, we really don't need to cut unless you want to expand the book even more. But for our project, we're going to use this more for our interior. So I'm just going to put that one to the side. And then for these, all right, well, before we do that, okay, so I cut one of the tabs off and I have this here. I'm going to take the one that I have that I cut at 8 and I'm going to put the folded edge here up against my scoreboard. Doesn't matter because it's 8. We're going to score it at 4. Okay, so, oh, no, we're not. What the heck was that? I don't know. All right, let's do that again. Here we go. 4. And then we're going to flip it over and do 4 again. I don't know why I can't, why I'm having so much trouble. Okay, so that's that. Then we're going to take these 2. All right, we're going to put the edge, now this time it matters, the folded edge up here and score again at 4. And on the other side at 4. And then same here, okay? The folded edges to the left, score at 4. I've got a lot of rhyming going on today. Score at 4, file folder folio. Okay. Now that's all the scoring. We can put that away. And that is that. Okay, so now the one that you cut at 8, you're going to fold over one side towards that folded edge and then the other side towards that folded edge, and you're going to make an M or a W depending on your point of view. This one you're going to fold on that 4-inch mark that we made, and just make sure everything's lined up. These file folders are not very, where is my bone folder? I just had it and now it's gone. Anyway, they're not, you know, made for precision. So you just want to kind of get it as lined up as you can. We're going to cover it with paper, so it's not a big deal. So now you have one that is also a W or an M, but it's got these pieces that hang over, and we're going to turn them into tabs. So do the same with this one. Like so. And now this next step, I'm going to use my envelope maker. If you don't have an envelope maker, then what you can do is just cut these at 8 also, okay? And then you'll have 3 of these basically, and then you can make tabs to put on these. But since I have these hanging over and I have the envelope maker, I'm going to do this next step using this. And what I want to do is I want to have, in the case of my file folders, this is folded so that one edge is down slightly from the other. So when I do the W or the M, one hangs over more than the other. And so I'm going to make this outer edge be the back of my folio, and then this outer edge will be the front of my folio. So this like kind of weird side that I have on mine is going to be up top, and this one's going to be on the bottom. But that's okay, because in one case we're going to cut that off, and in other cases we're going to leave it. So so I hope that makes sense. Okay, that's that. And then this is going to end up going in the center here, and that is what's going to form our folio. Fun, right? Another F for you. Okay, so now I want to turn this into some tabs, and since this edge is on the bottom, I'm going to put these tabs on the bottom and then these on the top, and then it'll make sense in a second. So here's what I'm doing. This first one, I'm not going to measure. I'm kind of just going to wing it. I'm going to put a little notch there, and then I'm going to cut that off. So this will be my first tab. And then for this one, I'm going to make it a little higher and like that. And then I'm going to cut these off. Now, you can measure and make these all the same size if you want, but I'm not going to do that. And then these up here, I'm pretty much going to do the same thing, except this one, I'm probably going to make the top one. And then this one, I'm going to make somewhere in the middle here. And again, if you want to measure this and get everything perfect, please go ahead. I kind of like it when it's not perfect, so that's what I'm doing. All right, so this is going to go this way. Yes, okay, so let me cut them now. Like, is that how we're doing it? I think so. Now I have to kind of take off this excess. So on my cutter, my trimmer, I'm going to line up that valley with the valley of my trimmer, where my paper trimmer travels. And then I'm going to start up here, and I'm going to take it down just to where that little valley is. And that's what, you know, this center piece is for on your trimmer. It's to kind of guide you as to where you're going, but you can kind of feel it when you get to that point. Okay, and I'm going to cut that off like that. So I have one little tab that way. And on this one, I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to cut off this one and this one. I think that's what I said. If I didn't, it's close enough. So that, and then I'm going to lift it and come down here and go over there. Okay, and now I have cut those off, and we have that tab. So now I have this tab and that tab. And then for this one, I'm keeping the top. So same thing, I'm going to go down here, and when I hit that valley, I'm stopping. And then here, I'm going to do this one, and then lift it and come down and get this one. Okay, and if you don't feel confident using the trimmer, just use a pair of scissors or your craft knife to do that part. Okay, so that's that. So now we have this piece here and this one here, like so. And now I'm thinking, I think I actually want, I want the, I don't know what I want. Let's see. I think, yeah, we're going to leave it like that. That's fine. Is that what I did with the last one? Yes. Okay. We're keeping it like that. All right. So now this one kind of gets glued in the middle. But before we do all that gluing, here's how it's going to work. This is going to open, and then you're going to have a pocket here. So this is going to be a top loading pocket, which means we have to seal up that pocket, right? So we're going to do some gluing there. And then our centerpiece is going to glue on here. And so I'm going to make this a pocket. So I'm going to put a little notch in there. Then we have this piece, which is again going to become a top loading pocket. And I'm gonna cut this one on an angle, but it's still gonna be a top loading pocket. So we're gonna do some gluing there. And then finally, this piece is going to glue down and make a side loading pocket. So I'm gonna notch it there. We're gonna have another top loading pocket here. Okay, so if we're looking at it this way, this is gonna be another, and then we're gonna have our last page. So, but I want to cover these in paper before I glue stuff on, because I don't want to see that blue except for on the outer edges. And then I'm going to make a little tab piece in here. So let me go ahead. The first thing I want to do is kind of ink this up and get it to be all inky before I start adding pages to it. So this is the time I kind of want to do that. And so I'll do that off camera so you don't have to see all that crazy. And then I'll come back and we'll start adding in some papers, okay? All right, I'll see you in a minute or a second. Okay, so everything is inked, and I made a decision that this cover, I originally had it this way. I flipped it this way, so my shorter tab is showing here. The same one without the tabs is in the center. And then this one has the tabs this way. But you may have done your tabs with actual tabs, and you may have just cut your tabs differently. So we just may have different stuff. But I kind of like the way that that looks, so that's what I went with. So now I have to glue this up, and the first thing I'm going to glue is this first pocket here. So if we're looking at the M, we're going to close up this side like that and the bottom. All right, so I'm just going to open it like this, and I'm going to put glue here. I don't have to put glue here because there is already a connection there. And I'm going to use my Fabrifix glue because I think it'll just hold a little better. But that's just my opinion. And I inked everything because I wasn't sure how I was going to do this. And then I said, you know what, I'm just going to make the executive decision and put it this way as my cover. And that, I like that look. So that's what I went with. Now you may want to do something else entirely, and that is absolutely fine. All right, so I have this top pocket now. Now, you can put a divot in there if you want. I'm actually going to have my tag stick out with a little tab on it, so I'm not going to do that, but the bottom is sealed and the side is sealed. All right, now I'm going to take my centerpiece and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to make this pocket a top loading pocket, but I'm going to end up cutting this on an angle because I want to have a little bit of a different look. So I guess in retrospect, I didn't need to really ink that top portion. So let me go ahead and cut that on an angle. And I'm going to take it as far out to that corner as I can. And see what angle I want here. I think that's what I want. Okay, and now that will give me kind of a center pocket. So now on this one, I also have to ink down the side and across the bottom. And I don't want to make my glue too heavy, especially with this one. It just oozes out so much. And I'm putting a kind of flat bead of it on there. Okay, so that is my center. And then we'll just add some ink here. I'm going to cover this with paper so I don't have to be super neat. So that's that one. And then we have this one, which is also a top loading pocket, and I'm going to do the same thing here. I am just going to glue down the side and across the bottom. like so. Okay, and now that one is together. And now before I glue my center, which is going to turn this into its own pocket here, I just want to get my paper down on all of the pages. So I'm gonna put this like this, and I'm going to get my cover first, and I've already decided this one is definitely going on the cover. And so I'm going to cut my pages out so that there's just like a hair of the back showing. I guess if I do it this way, it'll be easier to see. Maybe not, because we're blue on blue. Blue on blue. So we see this little bit of an edge here, and that's what I'm going to leave all the way around. So what I'm going to do, I'll probably cut a little of this off because I don't want to lose that birdie's head. We might lose a little tail. It's okay. I'm going to cut this around, and then I'm going to make it so that there's a border all the way around. And I'm going to do that with all my pages. I'm going to go ahead and cut my pages, measure it and cut. You don't need to watch all that because you know how to measure and cut. But basically, I'm just going to kind of come in here and say, okay, this is hanging over this amount. I'm going to come over here and kind of do it like that so that I have a little edge on that side. I'll cut this down, and then I'll cut top and bottom so that I can have a little edge. So I'll do the first one, and then I'll show you what it looks like, and then I'll go off camera again and do the rest so you kind of don't have to watch all of that craziness. All right, let me do the first one here. So I'm just gonna cut that line. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Antonio, these are so pretty. All right, so that's just a little like that. And I want to kind of get an edge that matches all the way around. But these file folders aren't perfect, so it's not going to be perfect, and I don't want perfect. So first I have to cut some off the top, so like that. And I don't want to lose the birdie's head, like I said. We're rhyming. And then once I know where that's going, I can make a mark over here. Now this has that little lip, so I'm not going to measure on that side. I'm going to measure on this side. Maybe you don't have a little lip on yours. Okay, phone call. But yeah, so I'm just going to do that. And now this will go on here like that, and there's just like a little edge around it, and I'm not worried about this little bit that's kind of over the edge here. I'm just going to ink around this, and this is what I'm going to do with all of my pages because that's what I do. That's my jam. I'm just going to ink around this so that it's a little more prominent, and then I'm going to glue it down. And I think because this is just so gorgeous by itself, I'm going to leave it like it is, and I'm just going to put a cool word on it with some lace even, I think. We'll find out. But that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do that for all the pages. And then I will be back. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Bye. Okay, I just wanted to jump back in here and show you a little something because I didn't realize this. I didn't mention it to you, and I have to. So I didn't want you to glue on your cover and then be like, wait, what? So what I'm going to do before I glue on my cover, or maybe even after, now that I see it, I can do this after. I'm going, so when these are all glued together, I'm going to wrap a piece of paper along the edge so that we don't see this, these folds, and it looks a little more put together. So I just wanted to mention that because you may want to put your folded paper, if you're going to do that, under your cover. So you may want, we're going to wrap a little piece of paper around all three of these and then glue it down. So depending on what cover you choose, you may want to do that under your cover. I just wanted to tell you that so that you didn't glue your cover down and then I came back and threw that at you. I'm probably just going to put mine over this cover I'm not sure yet. We'll see. I really like this piece here. Where did it go? This piece here for that, but maybe it might be too big now. So maybe I will just use a scrap and put it under here and use that somewhere else. Okay, anyway, I'm on to my cutting. Okay, so I did all that, and here's where we are. I haven't attached my cover yet, but I did attach the rest, all but one, and I'll show you why. So I just cut them as background pages, right? And I just measured them like I showed you I did on the cover. I left like a little gap, and like I said, these file folders are not completely square, so if I cut a straight line, it doesn't always fit properly, but that's okay. I don't mind that at all. Here's the one that I didn't glue yet, and I just wanted to kind of show you why. This is where we're attaching this one to here, and I didn't cut a full sheet. I just wanted to show you. You probably figured this out, but this is going to be my pocket here, so I don't need to cut a full sheet. I'm going to put a divot in here, you know, a little notch. So I just wanted it to go far enough down so that when I put the notch in, you wouldn't see it. Now, when we come to this piece, the notch is going to come down, and I'm not going to have that kind of outer edge on the notch. It's fine. It is it is a lot of work to kind of, you know, measure that out. And if you want to do that, you know, with a circle or whatever, that's fine. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to punch the notch. But I'm first going to glue this down. And I wanted to let you know that I've been gluing everything down with my Oohoo stick, because rather than using a wet glue, because sometimes when you use a wet glue like the Fabrifix or my art glitter glue, you get these ridges under thinner paper. And I printed some of these on a copy weight paper. So, you know, if you use a wet glue, sometimes it dries faster than you can get it down, and you get those ridges. So I'm just, I'm off camera on my glue book, just gluing the back of this down. That's all I'm doing over there. And now I think I want to go this way. I'm going to hide the headless man. I cut his head off. Sorry, guy. Let me just move this up a little. Come on, you got some give. Go. Okay, there. Okay, and then I've just been kind of smushing it down with my handy dandy spackle knife. All right, so now I've got to glue. So that was that. All right, now these, since I cut it on an angle, I cut the page on an angle. So I used a combination of the collage pages with the Sweet Garden pages. And let me tell you, these pages go together so well. It's like Tim Holtz pages. You know how you can mix and match, and these just, they work together, and I just love the way they look. So Antonio, kudos to you. These are beautiful. So yeah, and then this one's going to go there. So I'll put a notch on here. So I did the same thing here. And then here I did this page as a full spread, which I thought looked so pretty. And then I put that other set of birds here, more of this. And I did print some of these pages a couple of times just so I could, because I wanted to get like centers of certain ones so they would fit. And then on the back I did this one. So that's where we are. Now I can assemble them and cut my little notches. You can do this with a circle punch if you'd like also. So this is the part that's going to glue there. I'm just going to take it here and put a little notch in the center-ish. And I am going to ink that up like so. And we are going to glue this together. Now I want to make sure that my bottoms here, when I glue this, are even. So after I apply my glue, I'm just going to hold it up and kind of sit it and then put everything together like this and just make sure it's even here on the bottom. Okay, so let me get my glue. And we're gonna go up the two sides and then across the bottom, if my glue will come out. Come on, glue, cooperate. What are you doing? Okay, there we go. And I think this just makes a fun little, you know, pocket there. Side pocket. But if you don't want a pocket, you can just glue them together. I always try to make a pocket where I can. All right, so this is where I'm gonna kind of hold them up next to each other and just kind of put everything together while that glues up. All right, just so I make sure it's all even. Because when I put my piece of paper around it, or when I have it all together, I just want it to be even. Yes, okay. So it's taking its time. This one doesn't dry as fast as art glitter glue, so I get impatient. And it gets all over my hands, always. But that's okay. My hands are sticky and inky, and that's the way I like them. I guess it's better than being icky and stinky. All right, this one, enough for the comedy club. This one, I'm going to put a notch in as well, because this is going to attach to this page now. This one's a little taller. Actually, it's the same size. This one's a little shorter. And so if you're doing it this way, you may want to trim that down, but I like it like that. So I'm going to leave it, and I'm going to punch. Center. It's hard to do it at this angle, usually over top of it. And then ink. And I'm just using, this is just my envelope maker from We Are Memory Keepers rather. It's just my envelope punch board, and it's got this punch to make the envelope stuff there. And I just like these notches a lot, so I use it a lot for that. All right, and now we're gluing this to this. So again, I'm gonna go around like this. Ooh, that's too much glue there. Let's pick up some of that and put it down here. First it doesn't want to come out at all, and then it just wants to come out all over the place. The heck. Move that up there. Okay, good. And so now, same thing as before. Just kind of want to line it all up. Make sure everything is connected properly. When I glue that together. See? Nice and even. Okay, and now I have my cover, and the reason I kind of hesitated was, because I wanted to tell you about wrapping paper around it, but I think now that I've given it some thought, and considering how thin this is, I can use a piece of lace, and I think that would look really pretty, so I'm going to do that. So I can glue this down now, since I'm going to do that. But if you wanted to put something under it, you could. Okay, also, you may want to consider whether you want to put like a ribbon or something to wrap this up with. If you want to glue it kind of under here. Do I want to do that? No, I think I'm going to attach it here. So, I'm going to glue it down. Well, I hope you are enjoying this make, and I hope you definitely will go over and check out Antonio's video too, which is really fun. I saw it already, and it's a really cool one. I just like what he did. So go on over there and check it out. All right, that's that. Okay, I'm going to, so here's how we look now. We got that. We got that. We got this with our pocket here. We've got this pocket. We've got this pocket here. Oh, I love that page. I just love this color. I love it all, actually. These birds, they're, oh, that don't belong there. Look at that. There's a little birdie there too. Okay, so that's where we are. And I'm going to get some lace, and we're going to do the sides, and then we're going to do some stuff with the tabs. And I got this word out of my word box, and I thought I would do that. I'm going to take a piece of the blue card and put it around it and then kind of lift this up a little. So let me get my lace. And I thought I could put some of this lace on the tags too, right? So what I want to do with this is wrap it around this spine and then have some showing out. So I need to cut it. Let me cut it straight first because it's kind of wonky down here. So there, and then up to here. Perfect. Okay, and then I'm just going to put some glue on the center first so I can position it. And that'll just cover up this spine. You don't have to. If you like that, you can just leave it open. I kind of want to make it a little prettier, so... Or paper, we'll do that. You can also wrap some washi around it. I think that would look cool. Okay, so that's that. And I'm going to use my Fabrifix since it's fabric. Well, sort of. And then I'm just going to do that because that's how I measure things. We can pull this over a little bit. All right, and I just kind of put it in the center, and now I can put some glue on either side. And I think that will look really pretty. How about you? What do you think? Do you think you like the lace? Those birdies, they're just getting to me. And I'm not putting a lot. I just really want it to grab. So you don't need a ton of glue. And look how pretty that looks. It's so delicate. It matches this very pretty paper. Okay, it's not perfect, but it's good. I think my AC is going to kick on, so you're gonna have to listen to that. It's very hot again today. So, all right, it's wet. So let me just grab something to put it down on, like that. It's gurgling. I don't know what it's doing. What are you doing, AC? Okay, that looks very pretty. And then I wanted to get a piece of this and cut it off around this. So let me just glue this down first, and then we'll cut around it. Oh, actually, let's ink it first. That's what I want to do, is ink it first. I thought Daydreams was a good one for this. All these florals, and it's like a summer daydream. And we're officially in summer here in the Northern Hemisphere. I know you guys down under are going into winter. But man, it is definitely summer. It is definitely summer. Okay, so I'm just gonna, I have this glue out, so I'm using it. And we'll do that. And then I will cut not straight lines because that's what I do. And we'll put this on the cover. Hey, that wasn't bad. Shush your mouth. Looks very blue, but when I ink it, it'll match the rest. There we go. Wasn't bad. Maybe I'm getting better. Shh. Don't say it too loud. The scissor gods will hear me. Okay. So that's that. And then I thought that would like kind of go there. Should we put lace under that, or is that too much lace? I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I think because I'm going to put lace over here, I'm going to leave it, but it's still a little too blue, so I don't know what I expected. It's a blue file folder. But see how this kind of turned green? So I'm trying to match that. That's good. But I should prop it up. So let me just get a piece of cardstock and double it. Actually, I have this tag. I had my craft foam. I found it. Remember I lost it? I found it and I lost it again. Oh, there it is. It's up there. Okay, hold on. I can show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is the stuff that I use. This is the brand that Hobby Lobby carries, but this is, you know, the stuff that the kids play with. This was 99 cents. So it's got just a little, and you know, bit of thickness. It's pretty thin, but I can cut off and make, you know, this kind of sit up a little. It just kind of gives it some dimension. See, just enough. So I love to use this stuff for that. And it just kind of, it's just enough. You know, it's kind of like putting a couple of pieces of cardstock together, or those foamy dots. Oh, don't do that. All right, that'll wipe right off. Don't worry, don't worry. Don't worry. It's kind of like, oh, what's that stuff? That other kind of glue. Oh, no, I can't think of the name of it. It kind of just rolls off. You roll it with your finger, it'll roll off. Because I'm a klutz. Contact cement. Thank you. Thank you, whoever yelled that out. Contact cement, just kind of, it rolls off with your finger. So, daydreams, you're going right there. How cool is that? I love this little thing. Okay, so I think I want to put a piece of lace on each of these and then punch through it. And this first one will be holding on my, and I'm not going to decorate the inside on this video. I'll go back to it, but, you know, there's a lot we can do. So I'm going to I'll put a couple of things in, but I'm not going to kind of go crazy. But this video will be 4 hours long, which some of you said you don't mind, but you know, I know some of you are like, oh, please don't. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this over, and then I'm going to punch through it with my crocodile, but we'll see how that works out. But it needs, I wonder if I should do it with paper. I really like the lace though, because I wanted to put some other lace here. You know what? Let me look at the papers, because maybe I can just use something on here. The one, oh, you know what? Hold on. Hold the phone. What about these bingo cards? Let's see if we can use these numbers. That would be fun. That's what we're gonna do. And then I know I can punch through them. So we can pick a number for each of these and just kind of fold them over. And I might be able to fit a word. Thinking, sorry for the silence. All right, let's just do this. What number do I want? I like the doubles. We're going with 44. Or maybe I should just use the black ones. All right, let's see what this looks like. We'll cut one of each. And then we'll see what we like better. Or maybe we'll like both. I don't know. This is why I love collage pages, is because there's so many bits you can pull up and use. Just cutting them because they have corners. Okay, so this will be option 1, like that. Or I can do the number, but that means the number is going to face this way, right? Because it's at the top. And then the other side will be blank, or this side will be blank. So I could do it like this, but then I can't punch through. What if I did them both? Kind of like that. And then punch through this one. I think I'm going to go with the black, guys. All right, so I think I should fold it in half. It's very fiddly because it's small. I'm just going to ink it. Let's see how this looks. I still feel like I want a piece of lace under it. I know. I know, I'm so indecisive. Did I see any lace on these papers? Because if I can find some lace on the papers, I thought I did. Hold on, give me 1 sec. Nope. Okay, so I'm sure it's here. I'm just not seeing it. I'm just gonna, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put this over this, and then I'm gonna punch through it, and that's gonna hold my, and I'm gonna use my art glitter glue for this, because it dries super fast. And I was thinking I was gonna put a, here we go, with the brads and the grommets and the, but let's see if I need one. All right, if I do that and I just kind of put them all over, so I'm gonna go through that and do that, and then I'll be right back. All right, so I put them on here too. I don't know, it just kind of adds a little something to me. Anyway, you may want to do something a little more elaborate. And I may still add to that. I'm just thinking it over and mulling it over, but I do want to put an eyelet in there. And I'm going to use my crocodile, and I'm going to use this 1/8 inch side. So let's see. Hopefully, what are you doing? I don't know. Hopefully I can, you know what? Yeah, I should know better. Let me get a pen that is white so I can see it. And let's see if I can get one right about there. Now I have something to follow. And I won't randomly punch it where I don't want to. Look at that. I might still, hold on. I gotta see it over here. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's cool. And now I want to put one in there, an eyelet. Black. Let's see. Like that. I think that looks funky. So that works. All right, and I could put one here and kind of dangle something. I don't know yet. I don't know. But let me get something to put through there. I like the black with the lace. It's kind of contrasting. So I'll put this away for now because I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'll put this away. And I'm just going to get a piece of something to wrap this with. I have this. I think this is pretty. Let's see if I can do it this way. You can do it. Yeah. All right. So what I just like kind of fed it the loop through, and now I'm putting this through that loop. And then this will allow me to kind of wrap it around, or I can wrap one around and keep this one and tie it. There's a couple of different ways you can do it. Okay, let's see. I might need to make this one side longer than the other. So let's do that. Because it's too neat. Okay, yeah, it's gonna have to be one. Okay, so I'm gonna take one, the longer one, and wrap it, and then this one is gonna stay, and we're just going to do that. So that's how that worked out. So that is that. We have this and that. So this is what we have, folks. I'm just gonna clear the desk so we could do a better one. Give me a sec. Okay, that's much better. Now we can see it. Yeah, I make it a longer string too, just because I kind of like wrapping it. And let me see, will it go this way? That's not going to be good. Yeah, I think I might just get a longer one and wrap it and then tuck it into itself. Hold on. I know I can probably mess with it, but I like these also, so let me just get it to work. Well, that's fiddly. Okay. You know what? I don't even know if these are any longer. Oh, this one's slightly longer. So we're going to try this one. Wish me luck. Or just skip ahead. I'm going to put some decorations inside. You can stick around for that or move along to Antonio's video. All right, so let's see what we got. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so I can put some beads on the end of that and then just kind of feed it through like that. And it'll kind of hold it down. So, or you can just kind of tuck it a couple of times. All right, so we got that. And then I thought I would put a pocket or something in here. So I have all those cutoffs, or maybe we could do a tuck. You know, I put the paper down and then I figured I could build on the paper. So this is a top pocket. So we need like a tag for in there. And then maybe I can use these pretty butterflies on this kind of plain page. And we'll make a tuck. So let me cut this and we'll do that. We'll do a couple of things inside, give you some ideas, and then you can kind of run with it. And then what I'll do is I'll do a flip through on my Instagram, on the gram, and on the TikTok. Because I do love me the TikTok, but maybe you don't like it. Maybe you're not on there. So you can go over to the Instagram. And of course, I'll put it up on my Facebook group. And oh, by the way, Antonio has a Facebook group too. So make sure to check out their links for that. Again, everything's in the description box below. So that's going to go there. I'm going to put a little notch, a little nice notch. Should we fold it over a little? I don't know. Let me ink it. I don't think I need to. It's heavyweight. This is cardstock. I printed these on cardstock. And actually, I'm going to do a notch. So let me do that first. Maybe we can put it up here so we don't disturb the butterflies too much. Aren't they gorgeous? I also want to... I could make this video go on for hours. I also want to fussy cut out some of the birds and some of these butterflies and put them throughout. So yeah, you're going to want to catch the flip through. I can't do all of that on a video. It'll take forever. got to see these gorgeous papers in progress. So I'm going to put that down. I'm going to glue on 3 sides. I can use my art glitter glue now. Yep, still can't get a straight line. Okay. All right, so that's a nice little tuck there. That's fun. I was thinking here I could tear some book page and kind of sew around it. Oh my goodness, look at this paper. It's so gorgeous. All right, we have a pocket here. And then I have a pocket here. And I did see a tag cut off. Where are my cutoffs? Where are the cutoffs? Yeah, save all these pieces. They're gorgeous. You could just use them all throughout. Yeah. I know they're on the front, but I can have more than one. Hold on. All right. I read. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. Let's use this. Let's use this, and we're going to make a tag for this. So I'm going to fold it in half. And so that will be like one side. Let me cut off the white here. And just some of this. And then let's see how much room I have here. All right, I probably want to make it there to maybe here. And so let me cut off this white too. And I'm just gonna fold it in half. Where did I say? Oh, I marked it. Okay, good. I think that's what I said. Anyway. And that'll make a cool little tag. All right, so let me cut that down. Oh, that is not what I wanted. Okay, so that's going to go in there. And hello, I'm going to cut your head off again. Maybe. No, actually, I can bring it down a little. I keep cutting his head off. Okay, we'll do this. And then he can remain, and I have to go like kind of around there. All right, see my very precise measurements. And then I can just glue this in the middle, or I can keep it as a booklet too. I haven't decided yet, so let's round the corners and ink it up, and then we'll put it in there, and then I can decide later if I want to add anything on the inside. I would hate to waste all that space and just glue it together, you know, when there's so much writing space in there. But yet, you know, I have to decorate that whole inside, and you'll see it in the flip through, whatever I decide. So all of my links are below. If you're not following me on social, you can follow me through the links below. And don't forget that Antonio's links are in the description box too. Okay, so that's going to go in here, she says. Okay, there we go. Perfect. I like it. I might even like put a tab on one side if I decide to keep it as a booklet so it sticks out a little up here. All right, that. I don't want to cover that up at all. At all. If I do anything, I'll clip it on, or I'll do a tip in, and even then, I don't want to cover them up. They're gorgeous. It's like a centerpiece, a centerfold, a centerfold. And then these are gorgeous too, but these, I could actually put a pocket on here of the same birds if I wanted to. I have to reprint it. So what I think I'm going to do here is I'm going to reprint this picture and then align it so that there's a pocket here, but it has the same bottom so I don't lose the photo. And then here, I might do a tip out. I might do an envelope tip out. Tip in, tip out, whatever. I'm going to attach an envelope. and some way, maybe with some washi, I could even put like a piece in here. I have those birdies. Haven't used this one yet. I could do that, and that could peek through, you know. All right. I think that's it for now. I will put some cards in here, 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 and then I have 2 top loading pockets I have to make tags for. And then you'll see it on the flip through. So that flip through will be at the end of this video, and it'll be on my Insta. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this make, and thank you, Antonio, for inviting me to be part of your amigos. That is awesome. I am honored, and I am so happy I got to play with these gorgeous papers. Please go check out all of his links below, and I hope to see you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day or night. Bye. I'm back, and I did some sprucing up. So this is how the final product looks, though I probably will still add things. I wanted to really show off the papers, so I didn't go crazy putting a lot of stuff down on the pages, but I did add the beads to this this piece, and I may change it up again. I don't know. This one kind of dangles, and this is the one that wraps around, and then it kind of just tucks in. So we'll see. I might change it. I don't know. If I do, I'll let you know. But anyway, here's the inside. Like I said, I left a lot of the pages pure. I'll probably add some stuff as I go when I use it, but I put a tag in here. So this is this top tag. So I use these lovely birdies, and I just have some blank writing space on the back. And I put some lace there to kind of complement the lace on the spine. And then these are just beautiful pages. I don't know what I'll do with them yet. We'll see. I fussy cut out one of the flowers, and I put in one of those tags. I did put some gesso on the back, and then I made it into a pocket. So I thought that was cool. I do have to add some lace there. This was that side tuck, so I made a little journaling card for that. I put all those little pieces of accents. I made another journaling card for this tuck out of that beautiful bird. And then I fussy cut out some of the butterflies, and this is just a stamp that I had of some thistle. Put a little tabby on there. I might put something on there like a eyelet. I don't know. This is the tag I made for this. And rather than put a tab on there, I made a hidden paper clip that kind of mimicked. It's the same image as this one or close to it. And so that when I put it over this, it keeps it closed, but it also still looks like a bud. So I thought that was fun. And I left this so that you can open it, and I just stamped it with one of the stamps I had. It's a set that has like a page like that, and this is the other side, but I thought it was cute rather than put a tab on it to just, this will keep it closed, and it goes here. So that's fun. I put a little fold out here with this beautiful paper. The paper is just so gorgeous. I didn't want to keep covering it up. I don't know. This I think would make a good writing space or a good place to put some images. This can hang over like this, or it can tuck in here. So that's how I had it tucked in. And then the center page, I just put a quote on. It never hurts to keep looking for sunshine. I didn't really want to put anything on this page, but I wanted it to be there as kind of like just something beautiful for me to look at. I did do what I said here with the pocket. So I cut a piece and made a pocket, so you can't really tell it's there until something's in it, right? That's fun. And then just more of the beauty of these pages. So Antonio, thank you so much for letting me play with your beautiful paper kits. Like I said, check out the links below to see Antonio's video and all the other links that are in the link tree there. And thank you guys again for spending some time with me. I hope you liked this little project and will make one for yourself. If you do, I would love for you to show me it in our group over on Facebook. So Hither and Yon Create Space. All of those links are down below. And yeah, thanks for spending some time with me. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.